There it is. Oh crap. I kind of think I'm stuck. Ah! What is up, ladies and gents? It is Greg from Hybrid BMX. I knew I said I wasn't going to do Thursday videos, but I decided to start another series. This is going to be called Thursday Thoughts, not to be confused with thoughts as in T-H-O-T-S. It's going to be thoughts as in T-H-O-U-G-H-T-S. Yeah. I don't know why I had a brain fart. Not being very thoughtful. Anyways, guys, so the whole idea behind this series is going to be teaching you guys stuff that I'm learning. Because you have to give it all away in order to get it back. Which this first person I'm going to talk about is exactly what he said. And that person is Baron Batch. And if you guys haven't heard of Baron Batch, you might not be a Steelers fan, or you might not be a football fan. Also, I don't know how long he played for the Steelers. But either way, I watched a TEDx talk that he put on called The Art of the Hustle. And he was speaking upon what he does now that he doesn't play for the Steelers. And you're probably wondering, well, what happened with the Steelers? Did he quit? And no, they fired him. But either way, I digress. The point he was trying to get to was that while he was in training camp, all he did was doodle. All he did was draw. And that was his passion in life. That's what he wanted to do more than football, which is crazy, especially when you're already playing for the Steelers. But our ideas change, our ideals change, and the things that we're passionate about. I love the way he explained this. There's work, which was football for him, and then there's what you're passionate about. And at some point, you get to this point where the work you keep getting pulled away from it, and passion starts pulling you, and you have to do what you're passionate about, because if you don't, it'll drive you crazy, or you fall into like a pit of despair where you just decide to give up and just live with it. That's a tough stage, especially if you have a family or you have anything going on. It's easy to get sidetracked as a creative person. But the point that he was trying to make was that he has two different personalities inside of him. He has the daytime hustle, or the morning hustle, and then he has the night owl. And the night owl is the vigilant creature that helps capture the creative ability, but then has to still watch itself from the morning hustle. The morning hustle is like a lion. It's very passionate, and it goes forth and it pushes through any kind of barriers. So you need that morning hustle in order to have work and make money doing what you do. Now, work does not have to deal with a paycheck. Baron himself said that it doesn't matter the amount of money. He said, I've seen some of the most rich, wealthiest people in the world, and they're absolutely miserable. So none of this has to do with money. It all has to do with controlling your passions and letting them do things for you. And the only way to make them do things for you is to give it away. And what that means is your passion, you need to inform other people of your passion. There's a lot of people that are afraid to give away their passions. I like to believe that I kind of wear my passion on my sleeve a lot. There are times where I am a little bit more like reserved about it, but especially on this channel, I try to be as open with you guys as possible, show you how much it costs to really fix these bikes, show you the kind of work that's going into them, making a real series out of it, because I think it's important, not only for me as a passionate person, a creative person that wants to not just build a business. I'm not doing this just to build a business. I'm doing this because I'm passionate about it, because I love to do it. I wouldn't stay up till 1, 2, sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning sanding bikes and repairing wheels and stuff like that if I wasn't passionate about this. If it wasn't something that I really wanted to do. Doing these YouTube videos, putting out the edits, and avoiding other things that I really should be doing in order to get this stuff done. That's living for your passion, which is what I'm doing, but it's scary. It really is, because you sit there, and I think this is what happened to me yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw in the video or if you could tell, but I was going through a really rough time emotionally yesterday. It wasn't because of any loss of somebody or anything crazy like that. It was just the fact that my wife brought up uh, the W word, which is work. My current job is just not giving me the hours that I need, which is why I've been able to put out these awesome videos for you guys. But obviously, as most people understand, YouTube does not pay the bills. At least not at the stage that I'm at, not even close. For some people it does. For some people it goes viral immediately, or it takes a couple years and it goes viral. And I'm on 2 years now and I still haven't gone viral or anything, but I just keep pushing through and chipping away at it and seeing if something's gonna happen. But I'm mainly doing it so that way I can show other people my passion and just enjoying it, honestly. And I think I've probably made that pretty apparently clear multiple times, but for you new viewers, that's you know, part of the process here at Hybrid BMX is really just exposing how to do these things for other people to be able to do it themselves, as well as me, because I'm only one guy. I'm not going to be able to pump out used bike after used bike after used bike all the time. It's going to be a couple here and there, and then if it grows into something bigger, it's going to be a mass-produced kind of thing, which is going to suck. Because I'm going to have to, well, not really suck. It's just going to be one of those things where I'm going to have to employ passionate people that are just as passionate as me about fixing used bikes, which I can't imagine there's too many people out there that are really passionate about fixing used bicycles, but maybe there are. But that's the thing, other thing that Baron said is that there's going to be, if you think you have an original thought, if you think you have an original thing, chances are you don't. So you have to figure out a way to make your passion and your work be something that's going to pay you dividends. So that being the case, I have to figure out how to make this used BMX business / YouTube channel / hopefully someday bike shop and brewery a possibility. And if that means getting up in the morning and going and hustling at a 40-hour-a-week job, I don't know if that's the answer. And I think that's why I got so discouraged yesterday, is because I'm sitting there and my wife's sending me, you know, different jobs that I could go and work. I think one was Walmart, and there was another one for Lord Corporation, which they make like military parts and stuff like that for helicopters and all kinds of crazy stuff. But I started getting discouraged because I said to her, I was like, yeah, I mean, those are cool, you know, but I'm to the point now where anything that doesn't have to do with BMX, besides my family, obviously, but anything that doesn't have to do with BMX, I'm really not interested in it. I'm just not interested in it at all. Which is a problem because I told her this. I said, I feel like I'm just going to go work a job just to work a job at this point. It doesn't really make a difference what job I work. And she said, well, you should love what you do. And I said, well, I do love what I do, you know, but I can't make money doing what I do right now. You know, it hasn't gotten off the ground. It's still an incomplete thought, which today I'm going to the doctor and hopefully he can help me with my ADD, put me on a medication that will help me complete my thoughts and hopefully be more organized. I'm hoping that that's what the ADD medication, whatever one I get put on, does for me. I'm hoping. I'm also going to do a lot, like I said already, I'm doing things that help with that. I'm making to-do lists every day, which I haven't done mine today yet, which is probably why I'm doing a video first before I do anything else today. That, and I just have a lot to accomplish today. I've got, you know, laundry to do and things to do. And that's the thing, guys, like, I think that's the other reason why I can tell that I'm passionate about what I'm doing is because, like, I've never had my house more clean. I've never had myself more organized than I am right now. And it's because I'm able to be home. I'm able to work on my business, work on my YouTube channel, and do the things that creatively make me happy. And when you do things that make you happy, it's hard to be miserable. Yesterday, I learned that the reason I was so miserable is because I'm looking at this situation as, damn it, I'm not gonna be able to do this anymore. I'm gonna be able to put out one video a week, but it's like, you know what, no. Now you guys are having an expectation of a video a day. So I have to do a video, but I also have to make time to work on the bikes. So I have to do both at the same time. Plus I have to figure out how I'm gonna build this business and make it work. And spend time with my family. That's all, I mean, that plate is getting really stacked at that point. Plus My son's got baseball coming up. He already does karate, and I'm one of the coaches for baseball. So, and I refuse to get rid of that role for me. So I had to figure out a way to make it work this year, which I didn't do last year, and that's what really screwed me over, is I had goals, but I didn't put a timestamp on them, and I didn't have anyone holding me accountable, and I didn't have anyone there to say, Greg, you're being stupid, you gotta use your head and actually accomplish something. So it's one of those things where, guys, you have to have that. If you don't make smart goals, you're never going to accomplish what you need to accomplish, which we're going to talk about unsucking your goals next week, which is what I learned from Proximity. Hopefully I will get involved with them. They have a membership fee, which I still need to look into how much the membership fee is to go every month. Once you get invited once, you get to go for that one time. It's kind of like a trial thing. And then after that, you have to pay into Proximity to sit. And if you guys don't know what Proximity is, in Erie, it's a group of business people and entrepreneurs that sit down and have like a TEDx type talk, but as a group, and you go through different things, which is really cool. And it's really motivating and very helpful. So I'm hoping to pay for it. I just got to figure out how much it costs and everything like that. Also, I need to figure out the job front, which I plan on starting on today. Like I said, I didn't want to. I don't want to. I don't. There's no motivation for me to want to go back to a 40-hour-a-week job making $11, $12 an hour. There's just not. There's just not. And it's not about the money to me. It's really not. It's not about how much money I make. I don't care about how much money I make. My wife makes enough money and I bring in the rest. But that's the problem, is haven't been able to carry my weight. So that's the other thing that was bringing me down too yesterday, was the fact that my wife works so hard, so I feel like at home I have to work hard, to keep my house clean. I have to work hard to make this YouTube channel work. And maybe if I can make this YouTube channel work, then the thought process goes, well, if I can make this YouTube channel successful, then I don't have to work a regular job, and I can just keep doing YouTube videos, and I can just keep doing used BMX stuff, and I don't have to go back to a regular job again. And I got myself stuck in that thought process that it's okay to live this way, and it's not. It's not okay to live this way when you have a house, when you have 2 kids, when you have a wife, when you have to take care of all of them. You have to take care of your house. You have to take care of your life. That's why it's different for me, and I want to explain to you younger kids that might be watching this, and this is really important to me for you to understand as well. I don't resent my family. I don't resent the decisions I've made, because I love my family and they support me and back me 100% of the time, which is amazing to me. They unconditionally love me, which is awesome. However, you young guys that don't have families, I want you to understand that if you decide to have a family, your time becomes even more valuable, because you have to plan around your family. If you do not plan around your family, it will fall apart. A family is a cohesive unit. It works as a team. That's why I always ask my wife if I can do things. That's why when I told you guys the other day that I had a surprise for you about the Woodward trip, I said we might go, because I asked my wife about the trip and she said, we'll see where we're at that time. So I have to come up with the funds. I got to come up with the hustle and figure out how I'm going to pay for that trip, and also make the time for it and make sure there's nothing else going on around that time that could conflict with that schedule. And it shouldn't be an issue. She said, I don't see it being a problem, but you have to plan it, pretty much is what she was saying. So that's the next thing I have to do. I have to get a hold of Woodward, find out how much it's going to cost, see if anybody else wants to go with me, because if no one's going to go with me, then I'm not going to probably go. I just don't feel safe going 4 hours away on a BMX trip by myself with no one else. That just doesn't sound like a good idea. I need someone that connects me to Erie, and if something bad happens to me, I will be okay. So maybe my friend Phil can come with me, or my buddy Dustin Woodworth can come with me, or somebody else can pay $100 and we can stay in a cabin together. It's not that I have a problem with socializing with new people, because that is not an issue. I would gladly bunk up with some random people in a cabin and ride all day, and I'm very socially, I'm an extrovert, so it's easy for me to make friends. It's easy for me to gain people. The tough part for me is having that safety net in case something happens. Or something happens to that. I guess it could go both ways. But having that safety net just in case something happens is really important to me. Now you could say, well, that kind of sounds like you're a coward, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm just smart. It's smart to bring people with you and not just travel alone, especially when you're driving 4 hours from home or 6 hours from home or 8 hours from home. I will never go on any trip without somebody with me. When you're younger, it's easy to be dumb and travel wherever and do whatever. But when you have a family and you have people that are counting on you at home, you have to be smart. So, but anyways, guys, I'm going to leave the link for the TEDx talk with Barrett Batch in the description below. Go ahead and check that out. It's about a 15-minute video, I think. So make sure you allot that time for yourself. But it's a really good watch. Watch the whole thing. It's totally worth it. And we'll catch you next time on Thursday Thoughts on Hybrid BMX. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and we'll probably catch you in a video. Let's see, tomorrow's Friday. I don't think I have anything going for tomorrow, so we'll probably do the greasing of the 2 front wheels or something like that. And I'll show you the progress that I've made on the other 2 frames as well. So, all right, guys, I hope you have a great day. And we'll catch you next time. Hybrid BMX, Thursday Thoughts. Deuces.